Hi, my name is Harrison Linfoot, and in this video, I'll be talking about social issues and how they impact counseling. So, social issues greatly impact counseling because they can influence a client's mental and physical health. They impact how a person can access those services, and it impacts on how effective those services are. Um, and the way impacts it negatively impacts it can be through discrimination, it could be oppression, and those oppression discriminations can manifest themselves through racism, sexism, ageism, or even against people's disabilities. So in that way, counselors must be aware of these issues and how they impact their clients. That's why in this training you need to be multiculturally competent in your ways of dealing with these issues. It goes beyond the clinic, it goes beyond the offices, it goes to truly outside a constant effort into bettering not only your clients but the lives of other people around them. So these impact of social justice issues can impact mental health. It is shown that depression and oppression can lead to, discrimination and oppression can lead to increased anxiety and depression and other mental health problems, and also inequitable treatment. Clients may experience unequal or biased treatment in counseling due to factors of race, gender, disability, and undermine the therapeutic relationship and effectiveness of interventions. So you'll see this with races, for example. Counseling is very white, Euro American centric. It's geared towards white cultures, white people, and unfortunately, that's not beneficial for everyone. So we're looking at ways to benefiting this and changing this. And unfortunately, social issues are constantly happening throughout this world, and most importantly, has happened from our current president and their administration with ending affirmative action requirements for government contractors. Excuse me while I look at my paper and reading this, but President Trump has eliminated the requirements for federal contractors to maintain affirmative action programs. The order prohibits federal contractors or subcontractors and grant recipients from maintaining DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEIA, which is diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility programs. Which this all pretty much means is there's no requirement into maintaining equity within all groups and making sure that women are being hired, people of color are being hired, people who are older or with disabilities are being hired, and giving the same opportunities as, let's say, a white uh, male with middle class values, specifically white Christian male, heterosexual male. Now, as a person trying to be a counselor, there's stuff I can do to make sure I am trying my absolute best to fight these social issues. There's a personal domain, there's a community domain, and there's a public domain. And within the personal domain, I could work on empowerment. This is me finding someone who is being directly affected by these social issues and giving them the ability to advocate for themselves. So this could be shown in investing in student aid or support by finding these kids or people who are being affected by them, helping them just meet their basic needs, helping buy food, how to work to get their own money, apply for jobs, stuff like that. And this can even go into HBCUs, financially supporting HBCUs, encouraging students of color to apply to HBCUs to see that they're an effective way to get a proper education and a way of fighting against these social issues. Next, in a community domain, this focuses on working with community members, organizations, and other stakeholders to address shared goals and concerns. So, as a counselor, I can go and support and donate to these organizations. Some great organizations that fight against racism, ageism, and all these other terrible discrimination is a AACP and the American Civil Liberties Union. And lastly is the public domain. This domain includes influencing public policy and social norms through advocacy efforts. This can be done by engaging in political advocacy, so contacting elected officials, participating in public campaigns, and advocating for the policies that fight for diversity. And lastly, advocate for policies that advocate systematic barriers. This can be looking for policies that help with being more educational and promoting that education within younger groups, younger people, specifically in schools, and just helping everyone learn the troubles of this. Thank you for listening to my talk.